What's going on? Wanted to do a quick little video here to show you guys my PvP build for my rogue. Now, I will start by saying that I do not pretend to be the best person at PvP. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of the tactics and the things it takes to win. However, a lot of it comes down to you versus another player. Some people are just flat out better and have more skill. Some classes are a little bit more resilient, I feel, against certain other classes. But, just wanted to kind of do a brief overview of what I'm working with here. So, obviously, I'm the rogue, but I'm actually using an assassin build. I tried the whisper knife before. Um, I don't know. I didn't like the playstyle of it. It had the potential to do a lot of damage, but to me, it was kind of felt more like a hybrid range character, and I didn't really care for that. So, back to the assassin loadout. I'm just gonna do a really quick thing with the gear. Basically, just get the best gear you can. Some stats are actually better. This is more my PvE stuff right now. I don't really have a separate set for PvP, but I would say, maybe depending on what kind of character you're trying to build, maybe you want more offensive stats, maybe sometimes you want more defensive stats. I feel like I have a pretty good middle ground there. So just really quickly, enchantments. Shadowclad is great for defense because you're going to be stacking up your deflect pretty quickly. um, I've only got a rank 10, but gets the job done. For offense, I'm using Vorpal. A lot of people I've seen using the Holy Avenger. I tried it for a little while. Didn't seem to make a huge difference to me, and I ended up just selling it for AD to, try to rank up some of my other enchants. Um, yeah, so defense slots, I'm using Vicious for the critical avoidance and deflection. And for offense slots, I'm using Savage for critical strike and crit severity. Mostly because my power is pretty much capped. I think I got a little buff right now, but usually in combat it's capped. My defense is capped. So to me, critical severity, critical strike are next as far as offense powers, and deflect severity with critical avoidance. As far as defense. Again, I'm not a tank, so I didn't focus 100% on defense, but any survivability you can gain for PvP is going to be useful. Now, I don't really know a lot of the sciences behind the way the new setup is. Before, it used to be armor pen versus defense. I don't really think there are opposing stats anymore, so I'm not quite sure how important combat advantage is compared to accuracy. To be honest, I didn't have a lot of extra money to spend on all different enchants, so I'm just kind of working with what I got here. Um, so I'm going to go into the powers here and basically just kind of show you what I've got. Smoke bomb is always nice in PvP. It's just that little bit of daze. It could be enough to maybe shut down a healer, shut down a spellcaster. You could even stun somebody. It might not be a long stun, but it might keep them from murdering you. So I do switch between Death Strike and Wicked Reminder. The Death Strike is nice because it allows you to teleport to your enemy. It does a good amount of damage, and combined with the Skullcracker, every 15 seconds, your next at will or encounter power dazes the enemy for 3 seconds, right? And applies a mark, which increases the damage, which is awesome. But that Skullcracker alone will allow this ability or any other ability I hit him with first to daze him for 3 seconds, right? This on top of it applies a slow, so it's pretty nice. The one problem I have with this that I've run into, sometimes you're in stealth and you'll be aiming at an enemy, but when you're in stealth and use this ability, it also allows you to teleport to a friendly target. There's been plenty of times where I've just missed with the ability and just clicked the wrong person, teleported to a friendly target, waste a perfectly good attack. But I do switch between that and the Wicked Reminder. I like this one because it's a nice opener, and it's like 800 magnitude, which is awesome, and it increases the damage taken from physical attacks by 10%, right? So a lot of times I'll combine this with the Hallister Blast Sector. So this is nice too because the 33k damage is decent. It's whatever, but your target's damage resistance is lowered by 15%. So if you hit him with that, and then you hit him with your your Wicked Reminder, that's 25% more damage they're going to take. And then I immediately will hit him with Tunnel Vision. I'm only using Tunnel Vision because it seems like a faster animation than the actual Toad. Um, so yeah, for PvP, tunnel vision is kind of nice. So yeah, you can ramp up your damage pretty quickly with that little combo there. But again, I do alternate because sometimes you have, you know, like a ranged character that might be out of reach, or especially like with wizards or something like that, they can freeze you or stun you before you get to them, or like a ranger that will root you. This is a very nice way to close that gap. Assassinate, I go between Assassinate and Lashing Blade. This is nice for that extra 50% critical severity, absolutely. But again, I'm pretty much capped at critical severity, pretty close to it when I'm in combat and I got the little buffs going on. I don't really know how this applies to that. I haven't done any testing for it. And because of this, if you're in stealth, it's 25% stronger from any direction, but even outside of stealth, it's 25% stronger, right? So this one automatically teleports you behind them. And like I said, that combo earlier where it stuns, right? Well, that gives you the perfect opportunity to assassinate back to back. So, you know, that's two pretty powerful attacks. Then you hit him with a blast scepter and you hit him with your frog. Generally speaking, that will take down most characters. Tanks obviously are a whole different thing, or anybody that has a lot of critical avoidance. So those are basically the different ones that I run between. Again, you know, with the boons, it's nice to have your campaign PvP boons. On this character, I basically have critical severity. I did control resistance just because there's a lot of characters that will stun you, knock you, daze you, and whatnot. This one is just not really a better option as far as you know, offensive stuff goes. And then basically you just want to kind of balance out where you can. Again, I mentioned too that these health potions bonuses are pretty nice. I've got 14 all in total, so that'd be 14% more that my health potions do. And then in combination with my guild stronghold boon, this can potentially be up to 48%, which is very nice. Companions don't actually matter, I'm sure you know, as far as PvP goes. Then, you know, my mount powers, I'm actually going to switch this because I'd rather just take the critical severity. Put me just below my cap there. So that's just the basic overview. And again, you know, a lot of potions will stack, so it's nice to have a little extra power. I actually tend to use deflect or the critical strike one. Any kind of food you can buy from your stronghold, that's gonna help. And then I have, you know, the potions from the vault, piety, whatever it is. These are pretty nice. You know, every little advantage that you can get can make a difference in one of these fights. So yep, that's just the basic little loadout that I'm starting with. I'm gonna go ahead and play some matches and show you guys a little bit of what's going on.